Mr. Crux Lockdown Series. Today I have with me these performers. Would you guys give us your names and your preferred pronouns?
Yes, I am Ashley Jennifer Huber, and my preferred pronouns are she, her, and hers.
And I am Trevor Rayshay Perry, and my pronouns are they and them.
Awesome. And in about 30 seconds, tell me how you're doing today. It can be good, bad, or ugly.
I'm doing pretty good. It's my day off, so I've been, kind of chilling in the apartment. It's a nice rainy day vibe, so I had a cup of coffee, and I was watching The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and I'm great. I'm doing good. I'm having a solid day.
What about you, Trevor?
I am fantastic, just hanging out with my baby.
Oh, did y'all have a day off as well?
Yeah, well, I'm still out of work. I'm still laid off.
The worst.
It's his day off.
Okay, perfect. What are you guys performing for the Lockdown Showcase, and why did you choose your pieces?
Okay, so I chose to sing Screw Loose from Cry Baby because for those of us who have been in quarantine or have been going to work and then coming back to quarantine, I feel like we all are kind of, a little stir crazy. So we all kind of have a little bit of a screw loose with everything that is going on. So I wanted to have a little fun.
I love that. What about you, Trevor?
I'm singing Not My Father's Son from Kinky Boots because we're coming up on Pride Month in about a week or so. And also, Kinky Boots was one of the shows I lost this summer. So just like a little homage.
Yeah. That's awesome. I'm excited to hear both of your pieces. So take just a second to tell us a fact or fiction that you've come up with. I'll start. During my first show in Atlanta, I broke my ankle on dress rehearsal.
Okay.
How about you, Ashley?
When I was 5 years old, Dennis Quaid came to my house and signed my door.
Ooh, signed your door. Interesting.
Okay.
All right.
I came out to my mom when I was 3.
Okay. Got some crazy. Mine feels tame compared to y'all. Trevor, you recently performed in LAG, a Zoomsical with out-of-hand theater. Tell us all about it.
LAG is a Zoomsical written by Haddon, Kime. And he wrote The Red Room Cabaret, which I did at the Alliance Theater a couple of years ago. He also wrote what is that Star Wars musical that Dad's Garage just did? I cannot think of it right now.
I know what you're talking about.
I can't think of it right now.
I remember when they were doing that, though. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So he wrote that as well. And it's just about 4 people coping with, everything that's happening now to the best of their abilities. It was a lot of fun. We all did it, of course, digitally. I'm excited for everyone to kind of see it. And it's definitely relatable. And you kind of get some feedback from people.
It was called Wicket, by the way.
Wicket, thank you.
Wicket. Yes. Other than performance, what are some additional ways that you utilize your artistic strengths?
During this time, well, I'm currently writing a musical with some people here in Atlanta. Hopefully it'll be ready for the Musical Theater Festival 2021.
My heart.
So hopefully, or 2022, depending on what happens with COVID and whatnot. So we're writing that musical, and I'm performing for Queer, which is a Q-Wear, which is like a queer fashion blog kind of thing going. I'm performing at the Digital Pride event on the 23rd of June.
Ooh, love it. Awesome. 23rd of June?
23rd of June.
Okay, awesome. Wow. What is coming up next for you right now? I know you kind of already answered that, but.
Yeah. The show that's coming up next is Fingers Crossed Xanadu at Outfront Theater. That's going to be fun. And then, I don't know, after that, hopefully something good.
Maybe somebody watching this will be able to help fill that out for you. Who knows? If you were a fashion accessory, what would you be and why?
I would be an iridescent choker with a little heart jewel.
Perfect. That's perfect for you, actually.
Yeah, I had that. I had a drag accessory. That was that. It was like an iridescent choker and it had like a little heart diamond and like a little mesh cage or what, like a little big wire cage. And I was like, it me.
I love it. Thank you so much, Trevor.
Sure.
When I was just a kid, everything I did was to be like him. Under my skin, my father always thought if I was strong and fought, not like some albatross, I begin to fit in. Look at me, powerless and holding my breath, trying hard to repress what scared him to death. It was never easy to be his kind of man, to breathe freely was not in his plan, and the best part of me is what he wouldn't see. I'm not my father's son. I'm not the image of what he dreamed of, with the strength of Sparta and the patience of Job. Still couldn't be the one to echo what he'd done and mirror what was not in me. So I jumped in my dreams and found an escape. Maybe I went to extremes of leather and lace, but the world seemed brighter 6 inches off the ground, and the air seemed lighter. I was profound, and I felt so proud just to live out loud. I'm not my father's son. I'm not the image of what he dreamed of, with the strength of Sparta and the patience of Job. Still couldn't be the one to echo what he'd done and mirror what was not in me. Being this torrent of expectations swirling inside my mind wore me down. I came to the that I could just be me. I'm not my father's son. I'm not the image of what he dreamed of, with the strength of Sparta and the patience of Job. Still couldn't be the one to echo what he'd done and mirror what was not in me. Thank you.
So, you guys, artists often have a show, movie, or life experience that served as a catalyst for their pursuit of a lifetime in the arts. What was it for you?
For me, I have to think about it a little bit.
Okay.
I saw Aida at my high school freshman year. I wasn't actually into everything theater until high school. So I saw that production. I saw my friends on stage, and I knew that that was something that I wanted to do. So then I started auditioning, and then, you know, the rest is history.
Love it.
For me, I kind of like reluctantly did college, did theater in my hometown with my friends, and I was more like, hi, I'm just in the background, because it wasn't really my passion. Not until college, and we went to Atlanta on a field trip to see Ruby Dee and a show at the Alliance, and I can't remember what the name of that show was, but it was amazing. It was like electrifying, and it was fantastic, and I was like, oh, okay, this is what I want to do. This is it. I want to do that.
I think mine, so I was always involved in theater. I've been doing theater since I was about 5. But I think I was like, I want to do this professionally when my community theater back home did a thing called Summer Explosion. And what we did is they picked 4 team leaders, and then those team leaders would have a group underneath them. And the group would collaborate off of a challenge that was given to them by the theater. And they would create a show within a summer and then perform that show at the end, produce that show at the end of the summer. So I got to be a team leader the first year that we did it. And we got the comedy genre. So I was able to write a show with a group of people and perform it. And it was so much fun. And it was like all of the creative parts of your brain that you have to use, because we made the costumes, we helped produce it, we did the advertising, we went on the radio and did a commercial. Like, it was full on, like, it was just a really cool experience. And that was when I was like, you know what, this is so much more than just doing theater. It's a whole collaborative thing that you can use for so many different things in your life. I want to do this as a professional. Like, I want to make a life from this. So yay, community theaters. You have a part in this too. So you both have been involved in some great productions. What has been your most memorable production experiences?
Whoa. This one's tough too. I feel like, you know, you take something from every show that you do, hopefully, whether it's good or bad. But I think my favorite thus far, I got to do Spring Awakening my senior year of college. I got to play Venla, and Terrence Mann was the director. So, you know, that was the spookiest, like craziest, you know, I was on my toes the whole time, but at the same time, it was beautiful. You know, collegiate productions, you know, can be beautiful. And our stage design was just gorgeous. It was wonderful. Our orchestra, we had strings in our orchestra. I was like, oh,
Was this at the FPAC?
I'm sorry?
Did you do it at the FPAC or was it like at Huey? Is Huey still a thing?
No, so it was in the Bardo Performing
What's
Arts
the
Center.
Bardo? Is that the new theater?
Yeah, it's the new one. It has like the you know, it has a balcony and everything. It has fly space.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. Whether it had been more suited for a smaller stage like Huey, you know,
Yeah.
but it was on the Bardo, and we got to have like a cool, like, you know, multi-dimensional setup. It was cool. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, that's my favorite thus far. And my cast
For
was
those, for those of you watching, these two both went to the same college, so we didn't know that until we got into this interview. So, ka-winky-dink.
okay.
What about you, Trevor?
I would have to say it's a tie for me between two shows. Head Over Heels for me was remarkable because it was the first time I got to play a non-binary character. It wasn't a punchline, it wasn't a joke, it was like a real, fully realized three-dimensional person. So that was really rewarding. I think I cried through that whole rehearsal process. And then the other opportunity that is tied up there is Red, a Crayon story. At the Atlanta Musical Theater Festival. It's the first time I actually got to be like in the front singing something, and it was a beautiful queer story that we told, and like everyone in that cast is so like cool and professional. It was really rewarding, and another process I cried a lot during. So.
Yeah, me too. We cried together. I was gonna say Red as well. I also was gonna say Triassic Park.
I thought Triassic Park too.
Yeah, Triassic Park, for those of you who don't know about Triassic Park, it's a wild one. It's a spoof of Jurassic Park, and it's gender fluid, I guess would be the correct way to say that. It's rock music, it's innovative, it's hilarious. It was honestly such a cool experience, and like I don't even know how to describe it. It was something that challenged, I feel like, all of us a lot. And the whole entire cast, the way our director set it up, Kieran and Matz, is we all had to be the community when we're not on stage. So you're still on stage as like a rock, a chair, a prop. Like you're being used as a prop. Like there's no breaks. I think I had one break where I was off stage running from the back to the front, and that was it. Like I really wasn't backstage a whole lot. And that made it more fun because we were just like, I feel like we got a lot closer that way because, you know, once somebody sits on you as a chair or a table, you get to know each other really well. So speaking of unheard of shows, name a play or musical that you've never heard of being done in Atlanta before that you really wish would be produced here.
So I haven't been, oh no.
Go ahead, Ashley.
I haven't been here for very long. I'm about to hit 2 years here, so I don't know a lot of what's already been produced here, other than, you know, what I've looked up from different theaters. But I would say I would really, really love for Natasha Pierre in The Great Comet of 18 to be here. I think that would be a great, great show. That would, you know, do really well here. I mean, it's, you know, kind of almost guerrilla theater where the audience is involved in everything, and I feel like Atlanta is a great spot for that to happen.
Yeah, heard.
Of course, my favorite thing I've been championing and hollering about for the past year and some change, A Strange Loop. I would love, Atlanta needs that show. Atlanta needs to see
Yes, they do.
Show. They need to produce it. Atlanta needs A Strange Loop. Yep,
agreed. So this isn't really like a show, but I really enjoy song cycles, and I really, really love fugitive songs. And I don't know of anybody that's done it here, but I think it'd be really cool to have like a cast that maybe like kind of like Once that can also play the instruments, because it's very acoustic based. It's and everybody has like a similar setup of like the songs are not usually correlated, but they all have a similar setup of they are running away from something, or they've gotten into trouble for something and they're having to figure that out. And that's what kind of puts them together. I really love that. I would love for somebody to do that here. I would also love to be in it. So like, if you choose to do it, let Hit a Girl Up. Y'all, It's a wild time to be alive right now. And
I
I want to know what music has been helping keep your spirits up lately.
know.
I've honestly not been listening to a ton of music, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Been listening to a lot of podcasts. But I guess musically, I like always find home in musical theater.
Yeah.
And so my go-tos right now to just get in the car and like belt out my frustrations has probably been like Heather's and, you know, like cabaret and things like that, where I can just get into my sad girl state and just let it out.
Yeah. Heard.
I have been listening to a lot of Dua Lipa and a lot of Kim Petras. So give me like vibey, poppy, like feel good mood. And especially since I've just started like roller skating. Like, I don't know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You gotta send me some roller skating videos. I want to see them.
Lord, I'm nowhere near.
I don't care. I want to see the progress. I think music. I've been listening to a lot of different genres. That's how I am as a person. It just depends on what mood I'm in. I have been listening to a lot of like laid back pop, thinking like the realm of Ben Platt or Emily King.
Oh my God, yeah.
They just like, whenever I listen to them, I feel like relaxed and chilled out and like in a good mood. I really like the band Pomplamoose, which was a YouTube started band. They do a lot of covers mostly, and they make really cool, like not acoustic, but like indie pop covers of music. Really enjoy them. Ashley, hi. Before COVID officially closed everything down, you were in rehearsals with Essence to Crux as Kayleen and Gruesome Playground Injuries, which you're perfect for. What was that experience for you thus far?
It was really awesome. We actually had, you know, roughly blocked the show. We'd finished that up until everything. And getting to work with Taylor, who is playing Doug, and then Wes as our director has been awesome. We even got an intimacy choreographer,
Love it.
Ash, who is incredible. We only got one day with them. Yeah, no, we only got one day with them, but hopefully we will have more.
You're great.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes. No, it's been really awesome. The people that I've gotten to work with have been great in that production process so far. I've really felt like, you know, I can stretch my limbs and really, you know, fit into that character. But yeah, no, I think it is, once we get to do it, it'll be really, really incredible and wonderful.
I can't wait to see you in that role. For the people that are viewing, me and Ashley did our apprenticeship together at Horizon Theater. And while we were in that apprenticeship, Ashley got to read for that role in a scene study that we were doing as part of like our workshop courses. And immediately I was like, oh, she would be perfect in this role. Like, oh, I would love to see her in this role. And then Essence to Crux was doing it. And I texted her, I said, girl, you got to audition for this. And then I found out that she got it and I freaked out because I can't wait to see you in that role because I know you're going to kill it. How have you been keeping your artistic side alive during this time?
Well, I actually have been catching up on a lot of movies that I haven't been able to watch. I've been on a scary movie kick recently, which, you know, is either good or bad for my sleep schedule. I'm not sure. But I've also gotten into, back into, I guess you could say, you know, some drawing and watercolor painting. I really do enjoy coloring, but you know, I've been trying to do as much as I can. It's hard when you're tired. I can say that, but I've been trying my best to, you know, keep dabbling in everything. I sing in my car. It's really hard to sing in my apartment because the walls are really thin and I don't want my neighbors to hate me. So that is very difficult. But, you know, sometimes I break out the occasional monologue when I need to, you know, blow off some steam.
Listen, I car singing is totally a thing that I've been doing during this time. Sometimes if it's during the day, I'm like, nah, it's not quiet hours, whatever. But I hear you. I've sang many a song in my car. I sometimes will go down in my car just to sing a song and then come back up.
Yeah.
Do you have anything coming up next for you right now? I know it's kind of hard to answer that with COVID, but
No, I actually do. We just don't know when. But I will be playing Gertrude and Hamlet with Happy Accident Theater.
yeah,
Yeah, and
that's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be really great. Yeah, I'm very excited for that. We haven't, announced the dates yet, but it's in the works.
If y'all want to learn more about Happy Accident Theater, we had one of the owners, one of the creators, Molly Penny, was in our last episode. So I would go check that out after this episode is done if you want to learn more about them. Hibachi is your favorite food. Moulin Rouge is your favorite movie. So if you had to choose between never eating hibachi again or never getting to watch Moulin Rouge, which would you pick?
That's rough. However, I know the whole film in my head. So I think that I could, if I really wanted to rewatch it, I could go through it in my head and be fine. But I would be sorely at a loss if I didn't have hibachi food to eat, because it's so versatile. You can eat it in so many different ways.
Yeah.
So
that's something we need to do. Ashley also lives like 5 minutes down the road from me. So after this is all over, we need to go get some hibachi because I could tear that up every day.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ashley. I appreciate it. All right.
Screw loose. That's what they say I've got. Or maybe they say I'm not playing with the full deck. But hey, what the heck can I do? Baby, I've got a screw loose for you. Bonkers, that's what they're calling me. Not metaphorically, they mean truly insane. But they can't hear the voice in my brain giving orders to keep loving you. Eccentric, erratic, toys in the belfry, that's in the attic. But I just don't see the harm in carving your name in my arm. Darling, it's so hard to be 16 and schizo, but I know it's worth the cost. I've made up my mind which I have lost. Scrolls, clinically certified. A panel of doctors tried to lock me away, but until that day when they finally do. Yeah, I know. Leave me alone. I'll be here if you need a loose screw.
So we are now to the ending part of our interviews. I would like to reveal what our fact or fictions are. Mine was fiction. I did not break my ankle in my first show in Atlanta. I twisted it during the last dress rehearsal. I was playing a character that had to be dressed pretty masculine, if whatever you want to make that term. And I was wearing these hiker boots that were way too big for my feet. And I went up to Luke Tucker, who was in that show with me, and I went to chest bump him in character. And he's a lot taller than me, so his chest probably is right here to my head. So that's a far jump for me. And I landed on my foot like this and heard a snapping noise, and I had to the song was still going. Nobody knew I was hurt, and I just started crawling up the stage. And was I'm dying. Oh no! I crawled off. I tried to crawl off in character, but it was dress rehearsal, so there's only so much you can do with that. But I was able to get through it. I had to wear a brace for the first weekend of the show, and I just iced it a lot, and it's semi-fine now. I probably should have seen a doctor, but it's fine. Oh, no. Ashley, what was yours?
So mine is actually true. Dennis Quaid has a band called Dennis Quaid and the Sharks, and they were touring back when I lived in Yuma, Arizona. They were touring at one of the dive bars, and my parents happened upon the bar. He liked one of my parents' friends. He thought she was very pretty, so they ended up all going out together, and then they came back to my house where I was sleeping, and he apparently got lost and found our bedroom. And was oh, there are kids sleeping in here. Do you have a Sharpie? And then he signed our door and said, Ashley and Sarah, God bless your every breath. Love, Dennis Quaid. And I really wish I had kept the door, but we moved and we did.
That's incredible.
That's my brush with
fame. That's too random to be fiction. That has to be true.
Yeah.
All right, Trevor.
That's good. Mine was true.
Aww.
I was watching a Head and Shoulders commercial, and there was a beautiful man in the shower, and I just turned to my mom and I said, Mama, that man's pretty. And she was like, oh Lord. And thus it began.
Yes, thus it began. Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining me for this week's episode. You, the audience, make sure you follow and support these talented artists and performers. Hire them, follow them online, watch their shows, and share their content. Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video or if you like Essence to Crux, be sure to subscribe here and to follow Essence to Crux Theater on Instagram and Facebook. Tune in for our 5th episode on June 5th. I'm your host, Hannah Marie Craton. Keep finding new ways to create, Atlanta. Woo!